Jordan Faison enthusiast, came with the juice and said that Texas A&M fans are going to be leaving the stadium as we enter into the fourth quarter in Notre Dame A&M. How about that? Okay, so here's what I think we need to set the table and say. There's going to be a lot of overreactions if you're a Notre Dame fan that you're going to want to grab at. You're going to want to grab them, put them in your pocket, and take them back to South Bend. I understand the temptation. I think it's fair to even drink the Kool-Aid for a few hours after the game. But on that morning after, when you come to this YouTube channel and hear our reaction, hear our thoughts on the game, and as we all kind of start to get our bearings a little bit more on the rest of what happened during week one, here's what I would say. The overreaction is going to be, well, I mean, if they're beating the brakes off A&M to where the loyal Texas A&M fans are filing out in the fourth quarter, I'm assuming that Riley Leonard had a day and a half. Okay, so the temptation is going to be, is he winning the Heisman Trophy? Riley Leonard for Heisman. Fire up the hype train. Support your guy. Be excited for him. However, it's week one, so be excited for him. But the hype train maybe just have a little trot to the hype train. Maybe we're not full speed down the tracks. College football fans, the season has arrived. If you're a Notre Dame fan, make sure you're subscribed right here. If you're a college football fan, period, make sure you're subscribed right here to the On3 YouTube channel. Like I said, the season has arrived. Want y'all as dialed in as possible to everything we're doing here on this show, The Hard Count, and on this platform, the On3 YouTube channel. Let's go. Let's have a great year. Thanks for being subscribed. The other temptation is going to be, well, all right, is Notre Dame a national championship team? Like, is that what we're going to be in 2024? I think that's always going to be your goal in South Bend. But again, let's kind of rein it a little bit. Understand that the national championship is still a few months away. Let's take care of business against USC and Florida State and Louisville and all that alike. I do think, even with that being said, there's a couple of undeniables if this does end up being the case for Notre Dame. If you end up beating the brakes off of a top 25 Texas A&M team, I understand it's Mike Elko's first game in College Station. I understand what A&M is going to be long-term is not what they are in week one. That's why we're trying to pump the brakes on the overreactions. But you cannot deny that if Notre Dame is sending Texas A&M fans out of the stadium in the fourth quarter, that means that the roster talent that Notre Dame has on that squad, they played up to that level. Because that's, I think, the thing we got to talk about with Notre Dame. I don't really have a whole lot of questions about the talent, y'all. I don't. And I don't think you do either when you look at the names on that roster. Riley Leonard, I said it yesterday, there's a reason why the NFL loves this dude. I mean, he has physical attributes coming out of his ears. I don't know what the NFL thinks about his ears, but I have to imagine that they like what else he brings to the table as well when it comes to his athleticism and throwing the football downfield, all those things. If they beat A&M, that means at the very least he was consistent enough in that football game to make the whole machine work together. Because Chris Mitchell, Jaden Greathouse, those are a couple names to know in that wide receiver room. Jeremiah Love is a stud scat back for them that can catch it. He can run it. Like, he's going to be a stud for them. That means all those ingredients came together in week one. And again, week one is just one data point, but to be firing on all cylinders from your first game in what I believe will be the most difficult road atmosphere you have to play in all season if you're Notre Dame, that's a really great jumping off point for a new OC in Mike Denbrock in South Bend. It's a great place to start. So the undeniable is, okay, a lot of talent. It's working together. It's a great base to work from. Take that, be excited about that, build off of that. The other undeniable, and this is maybe the more important undeniable if you're an Irish fan, that might be the second toughest roster talent that Notre Dame has to play against all year. Like, you look at the rest of their schedule, you got Louisville, Florida State, and at USC. You got to go 1-2 in that stretch, I believe, to make the college football playoff. Go 2-1 to feel good about your chances. The margin for error for Notre Dame, the rest of their way, just, I believe, personally blows all the way up. And that would be huge for the folks in South Bend. That'd be huge from a confidence perspective to have a win like that on the road in that atmosphere. For your transfer quarterback, who just, let's call a spade here, didn't get all the reps he wanted to during the spring, that'd be huge. That'd be absolutely huge, if for no other reason from a jumping off point. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.